or weapons that were either associated with James Bond or the Man from Uncle. And I got both those things. I got the James Bond attaché case, which had the gun and the scope and the shoulder holster and the knife in the briefcase. And I got Man from Uncle guns that I wanted so badly when I was a kid. And I think that's why last night, Christmas Eve, as my comfort, as my cinematic comfort food, I watched Thunderball and You Only Live Twice, which I taped off of Turner Classic Movies because they did a Sean Connery tribute a couple of weeks ago. And that's what I watched last night. And it was deeply comforting. And it got me through Christmas Eve. So that was awesome.
I wanted Man from Uncle stuff so much. And my parents gave me this box. It had Napoleon Solo on it, and it was action and explosions, and it was a board game. It had cards and little plastic chips, and you'd move them around on a. And it's like they didn't get it. It's like he's a spy. He doesn't play board games.
When he's not spying, that's his hobby, is board games.
He'd take the board game and he'd jam you in the throat.
Right in the jugular.
They could all do that. Karate chop. Remember, Frank? A karate chop.
Yeah, they would. And that would just knock you out.
In any show, Mannix, I think, used the karate chop.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool to learn about toys. I'm don't know enough about that, but that's really cool. I have an online question from Linda, who happened to stumble into my family Zoom meeting, like I mentioned earlier. So Linda got to say hello to my family. Yeah, today has been a great day. Linda is from Austin, and this is for you, Frank. She's asking, which one of your books should she read first, and are any of them available on Audible?
None of them are available on Audible. It's one of those things I've been meaning to do. At one point, I did ask my book, Reform School Cinderella. There was a pretty prominent actress that I tried to hire to do a book of it, but she wasn't available. But hopefully, Audible versions of my books will be available eventually. It's something I really have to get done. And as far as my books go, if you really want to read about Mystery Science Theater in any way, my first book, 25 Mystery Science Theater Films That Changed My Life in No Way Whatsoever, is probably the one that you'll enjoy. If you're a cat person, Cats v. Conniff is the one, but right now I just recommend my most recent one. You're Ruining the Dystopia for Everyone, because that's just because it's my most recent one and it's the one that's the most on my mind lately. But if you buy any of my books, I'm deeply grateful, very, very much so.
And they are all available through Amazon.
They're all on Amazon. When the pandemic is over, I'm gonna try to get my own mail order business going where I can sign the books and send them to people. I'd rather not do it through Amazon, but it's kind of, at this point, it's the lazy man's option, which is why I'm doing it. But I hope to eventually just sell them all myself, kind of like a virtual merch table.
Exactly. Actually, maybe we can get you in touch with Jackie from Manos. I know she has an Etsy store where, she sells her books and she autographs them and stuff. But I know, the fans would love to. The thing that's holding me up with that now is just with the pandemic and the dealing with the post office and all that stuff. I'm an old man. And I have underlying conditions like a motherfucker, so I have to be very careful. Of course, and we're glad that you are being careful and taking care of yourself, and you're looking amazing. So
thank you.
Huzzah to that. Sarah, I did have you up a second ago. Where'd you go, girlfriend? Here she is. You can unmute yourself, and I'm going to add you to the spotlight.
Okay, I'm in. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Sarah.
Hello. I'd like to know, I mean, we all love your fandom. What fandoms do you guys like?
Oh
Oh,
boy.
you mean
uh,
what shows are we a part of the fandom of? Is that what you mean?
Well, like, do you follow any fandoms? Do you follow Firefly, Star Trek, Star Wars, My Little Pony? I mean, what are you into?
Um, Trace? I mean,
I'm not really into anything. I don't qualify to be actually into anything. I like a lot of stuff, but I don't have the depth of knowledge of I've seen all the Fireflies and I love Serenity and all that stuff, but I don't have, like, my wife knows tons more depth of that show than I do. Or even Star Trek, even though I've watched every episode since I was a kid, I don't know enough about it. It's like Transporter works, that's about it. Star Wars too. I love it as like a thing, and I enjoy it very much, but I don't have any like deep catalog with any of these things.
yeah, I think if I'm part of any like what you would call an online fan community, I think it would be classic movies like Turner Classic Movies, and I think I'm somewhat of a part of that fandom. And there are a lot of TV shows. I'm like Trace that I really love. The Sopranos, and I've been watching the Andy Griffith Show lately, like every
Yeah,
episode.
that's a great one.
Yeah, and also I've kind of developed a reputation just from a few tweets that I've done lately as a Columbo fan, because during the pandemic I started watching Columbo, which I love. So I'm very much am capable of being a fanboy of things, and those are just a few of the things that I would mention.
Okay. Well, I hope to see you at a con someday, dressed as Andy or Barney. Would be awesome.
Oh, that it would be a great couple's costume. I think you two could pull that off, Frank and Trace.
But we'd have to do it like a Firefly, Andy of Griffith cosplay crossover.
Absolutely.
Like Mayberry existed in their, like they go to the Mayberry planet or something.
Ooh, I'm down for that.
It's just ripping Star Trek off.
But it's
I've been trying to get Ron Howard to do Mayberry Elegy as his next movie, but
hey Kurt, you had a question for nip it in the bud. Kurt, are you around? I will do that. I don't think Kurt has his video on. Oh, he does. Hello, welcome to the show.
I was wondering, what is your favorite monster or horror film character? So not
Creature of the
necessarily
Black Lagoon.
Yep.
Second, well, it's a tie between Karloff's Frankenstein's monster and Creature of the Black Lagoon. But I also like the Wolfman. I can't decide.
my favorite are the Universal monsters, and
Yes.
especially as they apply to Abbott and Costello versus Frankenstein, which is
So
one of my
the
all-time-
Glenn Strange performance of
Yes,
the creature.
yeah. Although the early, stuff, the Bride of Frankenstein of that era is also really great. So,
Do you like the Bela Lugosi Frankenstein's monster?
which one is that in?
It's way down the pipe. Someone will know more than I will, but it's like
Oh, okay.
Ghost of Frankenstein or Castle.
I don't know if I, and for me, the scariest film monsters from my childhood are the nuclear weapons in Failsafe. Those are because people have asked me what was the scariest movie I saw when I was a kid, and no movie scared me as much as Failsafe, because it was so real.
The movie that scared the shit out of me was The Next Voice You Hear with James Whitmore.
Oh,
he
yeah,
he
yeah.
hears God on the radio, and it just like creeped me out. Just
It's pretty scary to know that God talks to character actors.
But God only came in really well until FM. His AM station didn't do very well. It was all
And
politics.
now everything's changed. Now God does a podcast.
Yes. And we still can't get on it. Hey.
He's
Hey.
he's on iHeartRadio now. So
Yeah.
thank you, Kurt, for your question. Dan, you are up next. So please go ahead, ask your question. He even raised his hand. I love that. It's like I'm a teacher.
How polite.
Yeah, it's not as great as it
Yes.
sounds.
You can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Any chance of a revival of movie Signs with the Mads on a different podcast service?
Oh, well, first of all, good to see you, Dan. We've seen him at a lot of our shows.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Yonkers. Yonkers in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
He's
this
a
year.
big supporter of us, and we appreciate it. It's great to see you. And
Thank you for remembering me.
I think I don't know if Movie Sign with the Mads will happen anytime soon. Carolina has a lot going on in her life and stuff, and she didn't really have time to do it anymore. That's the main reason why we stopped doing it. So, maybe it'll happen again at some point. I would love to do it again, but I think that's the issue with it right now. Is she's got a lot going on and everything, and just didn't have time to fit it in anymore. And she did. By the way, she did all of the work on it.
Yeah.
I should point out.
We did nothing. I literally
Yes.
phoned it in. That's
Yeah,
all I had
same
to
here.
do. Yeah. But you should check out, she and Marcus do the punk music podcast.
Yeah, No Dogs in Space. It's
Yeah.
great. If you enjoy the punk music.
Who doesn't?
If
Everybody
enjoy
loves punk.
the
I'm total punk.
music, totally. Ska all the way. Wait, punk isn't ska, is it? I don't know. What else?
Rather hear about prog rock.
Yeah, that's the show I'm going to do one day. Is the prog rock show.
We have a question from online. Anne from Los Angeles. This is for you, Trace. She has two. So we'll start with the first one. Which did you enjoy the most? Voicing Crow or playing Dr. Forrester?
I think maybe voicing and puppeteering Crow just slightly more, because I could get away with more like rude commentary in the movie. But Forrester was cathartic because I could be a bad boss, and we've all had those or been them.
And now, were you a puppeteer prior to MSTie? I'm sure somebody's asked you this before, but
Not really. I did run a remote control robot at a trade show. My choices were the big bottle of ketchup or the robot, and I went, well, robot's cool. So I'd walk around talking into a coffee cup, and no one would suspect.
I wish I could have seen. Wow, I have an image in my head. Yeah, that's super awesome. The second question is it true that your name, Dr. Clayton Forrester, was named for the same name character that Gene Barry portrayed in the 1953 movie War of the Worlds?
Yes, that is true. I read that in a book about our show.
Wait, so you didn't know that's why?
No, I knew. I was just trying to make better television.
Okay. Well, and you do it very well. Let's see. Where'd he go? Paul. Paul. Here he is.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Paul. Paul's another guy that we know from.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know Paul from real life.
Yes.
From seeing him at
From
cons.
4-4.
I think it was
Yes.
Miami was the last time we saw it.
Yes.
During the big the caper.
Yeah. Season's greetings from Four Seasons Total Landscaping of Philadelphia.
I was going to say, I like
flowers.
that bobcat, man. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I was just curious, would either one of you or both of you perhaps be interested in doing shout outs on Cameo in the future? It's a great way to make money with everything shut down.
You have to tell Grandpa what Cameo is.
Well, actually, Frank and Tracy, was something I was going to mention to you. I'm going to be working with Jackie, getting them on Cameo, and Mark Frazier from Samurai Cop. So Cameo is a website where celebrities sign up and
they
people-
wear a red codpiece. Is that?
yes.
Oh, different Cameo.
Well, that's
the
the
kids are going, huh?
That's the fans only version. That's a whole nother. We won't go into that, but and folks can pay to message you guys directly, or pay to have you make a tribute video, like say to Paul, it's his birthday. I paid you guys to wish Paul
Happy birthday, Paul.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, that was free.
already losing revenue. Already losing revenue. It is Larry Zonka's birthday, correct? Right. So happy birthday to Larry Zonka.
Larry Zonka and the Screaming Yellow Zonka. Never mind. Again.
But Cameo.
Well, that's anything, any way to soak money out of people. Sounds good. A lot of celebrities are doing this kind of thing. I just heard that you can hire Jeffrey Toobin to masturbate during your Zoom meeting. So it's just
sign me up. Take my money.
Sticky though it is.
It's still money. Let's see. I've lost track of the chat. I messed up my view. We do have another question from online then. So I'm going to ask, it on behalf of Craig, out of Albuquerque. Cue the Weird Al music.
Albuquerque.
Is there any movie that both of you would like to be able to riff, regardless of money or copyrights? So he has two questions. So that one first. What movie do you want to riff regardless of any restrictions?
Oh, we're asked this one actually quite frequently, and the weird thing is the kind of movies that Trace and I do, which are the cheap, low budget,
affordable,
public domain films. Those are our preferences anyway. We prefer doing films from the 50s and the 60s. They have that kind of innocence to them, and modern, like blockbustery kinds of movies are very hard to do. They're very noisy and they're very long. So
we'd have to watch them.
Yes, exactly. So we actually get to do the films that we get to riff the films that we want to riff.
We actually do, though, wind up watching those big blockbuster movies that should be riffed, but really would never want to, such as Midnight Sky.
Oh God!
You'd never want to sit and riff that.
Okay.
Because you'd have to watch it again.
Did I understand you're still binging Midnight Sky, Trace?
I am. I'm halfway through. I'm watching the director's cut where they took the boring space sequence and made one movie, and then it made a wilderness journey movie with. They did. It's called Jack London.
And now Midnight Sky, that's on Netflix, right?
Yes, it's the new George Clooney movie, and God bless George Clooney.
I love George Clooney.
He's so talented as an actor and as a director, but this movie is a bit of a slog, I have to say.
This makes Solaris look exciting, and I mean the Russian version.
Yeah, of course.
So that was the not to be confused with Vanilla Sky. You're right, Dan. The other question from Craig was, what does the live experience offer to you? I guess, like, as an entertainer, what is
a live
travel,
audience.
Intrigue, food, excitement, a live audience? Yeah. Frank's right. A live, when we're in the void and we don't know, did that joke land, or are people at home going, no, I want my $10 back.
What?
Miss the audience.
I can promise you nobody was asking for their $10 back, especially Santa Claus versus the Devil, the last one you guys did. And Linda from Austin, she says you was amazing. I will completely replicate that sentiment because you guys killed it. It was.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Good. I mean, hopefully it'll never come back.
Well, we do have the download,
Killed it dead.
Yes, dead and deader. But no, I've been lucky enough to watch all of them as you guys have done them over the months. And yeah, spot on, super great. Technology was working, and it was just really cool for that. And we have another one coming up in January 12th. You guys are going to be doing a Night of Shorts 2. I'm super excited. I love the shorts. I have like kind of ADD, so I'm like, squirrel. So I can handle about, 15 minutes worth of things.
Yeah, shorts are and I think all of them are ones that we've never riffed before. They're all
brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new and new to us, at least, as riffing fodder. And it's going to be fun, believe me. We've picked, Chris Gershbeck has helped us, and we've picked out all the films that we're going to do. And it's going to be good, I think.
Again, I'm excited. And like you said, being able to riff on things that haven't been riffed on before by either MSTie or riff tracks or other riffing troops from around the country. It's that fresh content that I know we all need, and we appreciate you guys continuing to do it because it's super fun. I look forward to it every
Well,
moment.
we need help too finding this stuff because, like you say, everyone is mining the same material. So if you've got a gem that's very obscure, we'd love to find out.
Yeah.
That's how lovely things like Walk the Dark Streets happen. Or, the classic Manos, that's, that was rescued from obscuria.
I've talked to Chris. I told him he needs to reach out to Jackie so maybe she can be a special guest at one of the ends of a show. Oh, Chris didn't tell you? Thanks for passing the word.
We have Bob Hope is our next special guest.
I can't wait. Oh,
he can only
I
stay
want
a
to tell
minute.
you.
Sorry about it. You heard it here, guys, from Frank and Trace. If you have a suggestion of something that they should riff that's, out of the places where most people are getting their public domain stuff, send it in to them.
Go to the Facebook page. That's the best place, the Mads Facebook.
There you go. You heard it. Like I said, heard it here first. But before we start, sending more ideas your way, let's talk about, again, January 12th. You guys are going to be riffing the shorts. We're going to give away a couple tickets. I know last time we had a slight problem picking numbers between the two of you. And yeah, it was an interesting.
What, did you get rated?
Yeah.
Sorry. Bookie joke.
Unless they got a warrant, they ain't coming in this house. So I have essentially 21 people entered to win a ticket. So pretty much half the people are going to win. Frank, if you would supply me with 5 numbers between 1 and 21, and Trace, same for you, 5 numbers between 1 and 21. So Frank.
Okay, between 1 and 21. Okay. Yes. 35. Oh, no, wait,
I wanted that one.
Okay, I'm going to do 2, 8, 12, 20, 21.
Okay, thank you. And Frank?
That was Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit. I'm sitting here looking at you, Trace, and calling him Frank. I'm sorry, Trace.
That happens all the time. What between what number and what number?
1 and 21.
1 and 21. 1, has that been taken? 5, because I'm doing 5 numbers. 4, has that been taken? It's less than 5. 6, 7.
Okay.
Did I get enough?
Yes, you did. We are good to go. I will be emailing those folks. Thank you guys for entering that, and thank you guys for providing tickets for your show. Now, I wanted to mention a proceed of the show this month is going to, what's the charity?
Friends in Need.
Yes.
It's a Minnesota food shelf thing. They do great stuff, and we love doing a charity that's associated with Minnesota because place means a lot to us, and they do great work. And food, yeah, and feeding the hungry couldn't be more important right now. So God bless them, and a portion of our proceeds go to them.
And the really cool part that I always brag about now, especially if you buy a ticket, even if you can't join in the live show, you get a download. And for those of us who have had the pleasure of seeing you guys live, that's never been an option. So, seeing you guys riff it live is great, but then we also get to keep it for ourselves for future viewing. So that's really, really cool. I'm so glad you guys are doing that. And I know people are like, oh man, I missed it. Is there a way I can get a download of it now? Da, da, da. So that is a really cool feature that you guys are offering. And speaking of charities, I haven't got to tell you guys directly, through the Turkey Day event that we did, we had some raffle giveaways, and one of them, there was a Deep Hurting package. It had MST3K trading cards signed by you guys. It also included a ticket to the Santa versus the Devil. But we were raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And I had no idea the response we would get. So at first I started with just my tree's in the way, a $500 very, technologically advanced charity thermometer. We raised $1,000.
Oh,
they raised
nice.
$1,000 with that prize package, other prize packages of stuff, me cleaning out my closet, finding other autographed things that I had, et cetera, et cetera. So that was, thank you, Misties, for you guys entering all that fun stuff. But thank you, Frank and Trace. Merry Christmas. We really do appreciate you guys being
Thank
here.
you.
And
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
yes, no, we would, maybe we do something for Easter. I don't know. We could all paint eggs together.
Sure. I'm happy to participate in Easter since I have no emotional attachment to it whatsoever. So
Perfect. There we go.
it's one of the holidays. Unlike Christmas, there's no baggage attached to it.
I'm writing it down right now. So, but again, thank you guys for being here. Merry Christmas, and I guess, go drink some eggnog and have a good night.
Thank you. Merry
Thanks for having
Christmas.
us.
Bye.
Take care. Bye
Have a
bye.
good New Year.
I'm still waving. I'm just going to wave at everybody.